Hello, my amazing artists! Today we are going to create a sun three-dimensional paper sculpture. Our vocabulary for this lesson is two-dimension, three-dimension, symmetry, circle, and triangle. We're going to turn a two-dimensional shape into a three-dimensional shape. A two-dimensional shape is a shape that can be laid flat on a piece of paper, like a square, triangle, or circle. A three-dimensional shape can be defined as a solid figure or an object or shape that has three dimensions: length, width, and height. We will be using a 2D shape to make a three-dimensional shape by folding paper and gluing them together. The materials for this lesson are colored construction paper, orange, yellow, and blue. If you do not have that, please use white paper and you can color on top of your white paper with crayons, a circular item to trace a circle, scissors, and glue. For step 1, we are going to trace 6 to 8 circles on the orange and yellow paper. I have a wide mouth mason jar, which I am using for my circle, and I'm going to use the top of the mason jar. Please make sure your circles are not too small, but about this size is probably a good size for the lesson. So I'm going to trace my circles onto my yellow and my orange paper. Please make sure you trace the same amount of circles on the yellow and the orange paper. Next, for step 2, I'm going to cut out my circles. I like to cut out around the circle and then use that smaller paper to help me cut the circle. When I cut away from me and I turn the paper, not my scissor. If you notice, my scissor is staying completely straight. I'm going to continue that with all of my circles. It's okay if your circles aren't perfect. Mine are not perfect either. It's just practice and take your time. If I have 4 yellow and 4 orange circles, how many circles do I have total? 8 circles. I cut out 8 circles for my lesson. Let's see if I use all of my circles. First, I'm going to, for step 3, fold all of the circles in half. So it looks like a little taco. I'm going to fold them all in half so they should be even on each side when I fold them. So do that to all of your circles. Now for step 4, I need to connect all my circles. And how I'm going to do that is I could use glue, maybe tape, maybe a stapler, whatever I have to connect them together. I'm going to use a little bit of glue, so just two little dots of glue. Please don't use too much glue because it will not work. So I'm going to attach half of my yellow and half of my orange tacos together. So now I have 2 of my circles attached on one half side. And I'm just going to let them dry a little bit. And we're already getting a three-dimensional shape here because it's popping up. So now I'm going to fold my tacos down, and I'm going to attach my next color. I want to have a pattern of color. So I have orange, yellow, and then orange. So I will always attach an orange to a yellow side. So again, I fold that down. I put 2 dots, attach my orange to my yellow side, Make sure it dries, and when I open it up, now I have a yellow circle sandwich. I have orange, yellow, orange. I close it again, and I repeat this process. So you're only putting glue on one side. I attach them together and smush them down. It looks a lot harder than it is. Once you start really doing it, you will definitely get the concept pretty quickly. And then I can continue 2 dots, attach my orange to my yellow, fold it down, and then my yellow to my orange. And you know you got it right when you open it up and you can see all the different colors. See, I used too much glue, so I need to be careful they don't stick together. And I decided not to use my last 2, so I'm only using 6 circles because I like the way it looks right now. And you just created a 3-dimensional shape. It is popping off the page. I can even make a circle if I attach them all together, but I'm not going to do that. I want to keep 2 open on the bottom so that I can glue them down to my paper. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to glue it down to my blue paper. So I need not too much glue, but enough to glue it down. And then I can glue it down anywhere on my paper I would like, but I am choosing to glue it in the center of my paper. And for step 6, we are going to use the yellow and orange scraps of paper to make our sun rays. So I only really need 3 pieces of paper for this lesson because I want to recycle and use my scraps. So I'm going to fold my square shape in half. I can draw a triangle onto that paper. I can cut out the triangle. And then when I open that up, it's a diamond. So I need to cut into the center fold. And now I have 2 triangles. And we want to make sure that these triangles are even. And I put one on top and one on the bottom. This is called symmetry when I mirror my shapes next to each other. So now I have 4 triangles, and 2 are on the top and 2 are on the sides. So the ones that are similar reflect each other and create symmetry. I'm going to continue doing this until I like the way that it looks. I can create a pattern. I can fill my whole page with triangles. It's up to you. Just make sure that they are connected to the circle and half sphere that you made for your 3-dimensional shape. To add some more depth, which means I am making it a little bit more 3-dimensional, I am actually overlapping more triangles on top of my other triangles. So I really like the way this looks. It creates a really cool pattern and design, and you can do that as well with your triangles. And now I am done with my three-dimensional paper sculpture. It is three-dimensional because it has height, width, and depth. So that means it's popping off the page. It looks like it's coming right at me, and it is a perfect decoration for summer. I hope you enjoyed this lesson as much as I did, and I cannot wait to see how creative you get with this project. Have fun!